In this demo, we're going to look at the Group Policy Modeling Wizard, the GP Result tool, and the Group Policy Reporting Wizard. We'll start off running a GP Result in PowerShell. So we'll open up the PowerShell administrative option, change our directory to the desktop because we're going to be storing things there. So I'll run GP Result /R and boom, there's my results. You can scroll through there and see everything you need to see in a text-based format. Let's do the same thing, but this time let's make it a little more permanent. Let's store it to an HTML file, and it's generating that. And boom, I'm back. So let's navigate over to my desktop. There's the file. Let's open it up, and it'll open up Internet Explorer, the default web browser, and I can see my results. I can look at my settings. I can hide and show them as desired. I can take a look and see which GPOs apply to me, which GPOs I'm denied access from. So everything I ever want to know about how those GPOs affect me. Let's go to Group Policy Management Console and then take a look at the tools available to us in there. There's two of them. There's a Group Policy Modeling and Group Policy Results. Let's go to Group Policy Results, run the wizard, and there's a couple things you set in the wizard. You specify the computer, this computer or some other computer. You specify the user. Take a look at your summary, make sure it's what you want, and then execute the wizard. Creates a report, as you can see, and it displays it in pretty much the same format we saw previously. There's a summary tab there. There's a details tab, which gives you all the details that we saw earlier. There's a policy events tab as well. And after doing this, you may want to save this in a more permanent fashion. So we've got a save report option. Gives you the ability to save your report to the location of your choice, give it a name. Okay. Now let's take a look at Group Policy Modeling, giving us the ability to simulate a variety of conditions in a what-if analysis type scenario. So we'll open the Group Policy Modeling wizard, and then we'll specify a variety of conditions to simulate. First up will be the domain controller selection, and in this situation it doesn't matter, any available domain controller will do. We've got user and computer selection, so we can specify a container containing users or a specific user. In this case, let's pick Ed Meadows. We want this report to be specific to Ed Meadows. And in addition to choosing the user, we're also going to specify computer information, either container or a specific computer. We'll go with container, and we'll simply pick the ITOU. So this part of the simulation is for Ed Meadows operating a computer out of the ITOU. Advanced options include things like slow network connections, loopback processing, and site selection. Alternate Active Directory paths. You can also specify, hey, where are you in the directory to determine what's going to happen next. Security groups, user security groups, and computer security groups. We can also specify WMI filters for users and computers. At the end of the day, you've got a variety of selections available to you, and you can take a look at those and make sure they're all set up the way you want. And then we execute the wizard, and it brings up a set of results. Looks pretty familiar. You've seen it before. In this case, it's for Ed on IT, and everything else is pretty much as you've seen before.